Okay, so we have Twitch on. It's on gameplay. We have Shadowplay on. Okay, so welcome to the video. This video, we're going to be going over the Kuva Kohm. In this series, I like to take a weapon, I build it out, and I test it on its own merits. I don't mix it with Warframe abilities, pet abilities, anything that boosts damage other than what the weapon has on it. So the Kuva Kohm is a primary shotgun. It's a Kuva weapon, and so you're able to get a progenitor. Now, what I would suggest as the progenitor is going to be a little bit weird here, and actually, I've changed my thoughts on the progenitor over time, and so I actually currently have the wrong progenitor on this. So at first, I had been going with a toxin progenitor, but I believe now the correct answer is going to be an electric progenitor. And the reason is if I bring, the elements down here, you have electricity and viral with this build. So you're going to put these two elements on for viral. You have toxin and cold. And then you're going to put prime charged shell on for electric. So you're going to be getting a crap load of flat damage from just 165 there. But then you're also going to be getting electric procs, which are okay. I'd rather it be heat, but shotguns don't get a primed heat mod. So we're going to go with an electric one instead. And because of that, you would want to get an electric progenitor. So the progenitor sits like right here on the mod list. So it reads everything up to down, left to right, and so it's trying to mix everything there. So I have viral here, I have electric here, and then I have a toxic progenitor here. But it senses that I already have toxic on my weapon, so it mixes with this one, and that's why it goes, viral electric. If I was to have an electric progenitor, it's gonna, sense viral here, electric here, and it's just going to add on to the current electric that's right next to it. So, and the reason I would go with an electric progenitor is it's going to bring the weighting for electric higher than viral. And the reason you want that is viral only stacks to 10, and electric stacks infinite. So you would want a higher electric weighting. So right now, as you can see, my viral weighting is higher than my electric. And for anyone that doesn't know, what happens when you get a status effect is it rolls through all of it's like kind of like a dice roll. It rolls through all of the elements, and then it picks one. And whatever has the highest number here has more of a chance to be picked. And so when something is weighted very high, you're more likely to get more of those elements coming out of your status. If you have a 100% status, you're 100% guaranteed to get one proc. And it's more likely that you'll be getting your a proc that is a very high number. So as you can see, impact, puncture, and slash super low here. I could technically get them when I get a status, but it's going to be a low chance. Most of the statuses I'm going to be making are going to be viral and electric. So I kind of over-explained that a little bit, but just in case no one knew that. So the Kuva Kohm build, I'm going to do something else here. So shotguns are at like a weird point in this game where you should build it like it looks on screen, but what you're really missing is a fire rate mod. So a lot of the shotguns in the game, like to get maximum value, you do need a Riven. I don't want to showcase the weapon with a Riven though, because Rivens are, random. You're not going to get the same Riven as me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off prime point blank, because we have enough flat damage already. We have 165 from the cold mod, 165 from the electric. We have 360 from the arcane. So this is the weakest mod here. So if you didn't have a Riven, you would just take off prime point blank, and you're just going to type in fire rate, and I believe it's called Shotgun Barrage. There it is, yeah, Shotgun Barrage. You just plop that there. So, Galvanized Hell for multi-shot. Galvanized Savvy for status chance and direct damage per element on the target. Critical Deceleration and Primed Ravage for crit chance, crit damage. Shotgun Barrage for fire rate. Toxic Barrage and Chilling Grasp or Prime Chilling Grasp for to make viral. And then Prime Charge Shell for electric. And if you're going to get your progenitor, you would want to get an electric progenitor. That way it increases the electric weighting to be higher than viral. This is all red now because I took off the prime point blank there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this through a Kuva survival for 10 minutes. We're going to kill some trash with it. We're going to kill 2 acolytes. And then we're going to take it to a Lua conjunction survival where enemies are a little bit stronger. I'm going to be using an Anaros with no Archon shards. That way nothing affects weapon damage. No mods that affect weapon damage. No arcanes that affect weapon damage. And a pet with no weapon and no mods that affect weapon damage. That way we can just test it with the weapon itself. All right, let's queue up the Kuva survival.
Scans show Grenier are harvesting Kuva nearby. Set off the alarms to draw them out.
I'm going to cast my 4 here to double my armor. And that'll be the last ability I use. If I do have to use an ammo pad for ammo, I'll make sure I say so.
Modified life support capsules. Use these to sustain your environment or attach components instead of being harvested.
This weapon, it ramps up in fire rate. It does reach like a point where it stays the same fire rate. But when you first go to shoot it, it kind of, kind of sounds like a little locomotive where it's like, chugga, 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 and then it goes really quick after that. So this is a primarily a yellow crit build. I think at max stacks it'll be all yellow. I don't think you'll ever see an orange with this build. I think it's all yellow, but I could be wrong. If you're using this weapon primarily to do damage with, it can start having ammo issues. You won't have severe ammo issues. So like, if you use this weapon, like let's say like on a loot frame, or just something that might help it a little bit with ammo, you probably won't even realize that it has ammo issues. But if you play it on like a normal Warframe, and you're using it as your primary damage source, you will notice that like after a few minutes you'll kind of start having ammo issues. So I suspect I'll probably have to use a few ammo pads during this video here. But again, I'll say when I have to use them. This looks like it's probably my last magazine that I have here. I'm going to see if there's any ammo for me to pick up down this hall. Yeah, okay. And the other thing with this weapon, because it kind of has that slow, like, choo-choo train start to it, you don't really want to, you know, shoot 2 bullets, go to the next guy, shoot 2 bullets. You kind of want to hold down on the trigger because you're going to be screwing up your fire rate otherwise. So I think that kind of contributes to the ammo issue as well with this weapon. I think one of these guys want to hitchhike on me. There we go. So we'll just bring him along for the mission. He'll be like the mascot. Oh, he fell off. Too bad. So we got the Acolyte spawning. I'm actually going to use an ammo pad. That way I can be at full ammo when he comes. See, it does pretty good damage against the Acolyte. The best stats for a Riven on this weapon are going to be fire rate. Because you don't necessarily want to use Shotgun Barrage. You really want to, like, you want to try to get fire rate through a Riven and then have other useful stats on that Riven. So you would look for a Riven that has fire rate and then replace it over Shotgun Barrage. I'm going to hit 1 or 2 life supports. So I've only had to use 1 ammo pad so far. That might be all I have to use for the 10 minutes, but we'll see. Oh, looks like we have a hitchhiker. We'll bring him over to the life support. Oh, he fell off again. I had one run where he just stayed on me the entire time. There he is. Come on, buddy. You can jump on. There he is. Did I get my weapon stolen or am I out of ammo? I'm out of ammo, so I'm going to use another ammo pad right here. That's the second ammo pad I've used. It's 7 minutes 30 seconds in. So again, this weapon is strong, but it does have ammo issues. And I just got it stolen there. Now, if you're going to mix your build up where you use your primary weapon and your secondary weapon, and you're kind of switching back and forth, this weapon really won't have ammo issues at that point. It's just more so if you're going to use this weapon as your primary damage source. And if you are, then you're going to want to pair this with like a loot frame, or just make sure you have ammo pads on you. Something to help you with the ammo supply of this weapon. So we're 9 minutes in. The second acolyte should be spawning somewhat soon.
Life support levels. Extraction is your best option.
It's going to head over to the next set of life supports, probably hit 2 of them, and then wait for the acolyte to come. So we're at 577 kills right now. We're not at the exact 10-minute mark, so... All right, so 10 minutes in, we're at 607 kills. We're going to stay to kill the acolyte, and then we'll roll out to extract. Mania. He might be the Zephyr acolyte, if I remember correctly, so we might not be able to fully test the weapon on him. Let me see if I can kill him before he puts turbulence up. I'm going to use an ammo pad here. That's the 3rd ammo pad I've used. Getting ragdolled all over the place. He might have turbulence up at this point. Nope. All right, that's it. He's dead. So we're going to head over to extraction, and then we'll pop in the Lua Conjunction survival, and we'll see how far this weapon can take us there.
What you have learned here will serve you well.
I'm using the Kuva Kohm right now, Pepper. I'm about to jump into a Lua Conjunction. That's where the enemies are a little bit stronger. I think this weapon will do pretty well on Lua Conjunction. Even at 5 minutes when the Thoraxes and the Acolyte spawn, this weapon does pretty well against the big guys.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
So I'll hit this. I will use my 4 to double my armor, and that's going to be the last time I use an ability.
For life support.
Any ammo pads I have to use, I'll make sure I say I use them. Lua Conjunction is also going to be a mixture of enemies, so these are higher level, but they're not all Vermeer. They're going to be Corpus and I think Infested Corrupted as well. this first room with the life supports. I'm going to try to use them as sparingly as I can, because that's usually the hardest thing about conjunction.
All manner of electric technology may work here due to the circular feedback. If you have a you may be
Yeah, I try to pick a weapon I think is going to be weak and a weapon I think is going to be strong each day for videos, and this is the weapon that I thought was going to do very well. I've used this weapon a lot before, so I have a lot of experience with this one. The Aphona before in the previous video, I used an okay amount, like when I was playing Hydroid, and so I kind of knew it was not going to do well, the Aphona. I'm just trying to make it through all the weapons in the game. The best variants of each. I'm not going to do like the Bratton Vandal when the Bratton Prime is available. And so because there's a lot of bad weapons in the game and there's a lot of good weapons in the game, I don't want to just do like 2 weeks straight of bad weapons or 2 weeks straight of good weapons. I'm trying to kind of mix one bad weapon, one good weapon every day. So I'm getting a little bit low on ammo here, so I may have to hit a pad here. In fact, I am going to hit a pad right here. Oops, I had just casted this guy. Let me see if I can try to get him to die.
sentient scouts. If they detect you, fighters will soon attack.
All right, I told him to hold position down there, and I'll just come over this way. Accidentally casted my on-call crew.
I know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters.
So we're getting in the Thraxes and the Acolyte spawning right now. Thraxes in 15 seconds, and Acolyte's about to spawn just now. Kind of had to run away from my my ammo pad, so I'll probably have to cast another ammo pad right here when it's available.
Extraction is ready. Tenno, the void has summoned a new presence and it craves your life support. Destroy these
It's one Thrax gone. Now these Thraxes, as long as they're up, they're going to be sucking life support, so they're more important than the Acolyte if you get one. I don't know if we got an Acolyte, or did I kill him by accident, or without knowing? I thought I saw the little, oh, there he is, okay. Mania. I get Mania and the other one with an M mixed up with, who has Turbulence? Zephyr's Turbulence. Yeah, he has Zephyr's Turbulence, okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to kill this guy with melee because bullets are not going to hit him. So as soon as I get up, yep. This Acolyte uses Zephyr's Turbulence, and so unless you have a an AoE weapon that can, kind of shoot the floor around him, bullets aren't going to hit him. So I had to use melee there. grab this life support. I got my stupid Spectre guy sitting down there still. Couple of these little life supports and head over to the next group. Yeah, Zephyr has an ability called Turbulence, where he puts like a an AoE around himself that will deflect bullets. And so if you're using a weapon that doesn't explode, like this one, for instance, it's just, you know, bullets or pellets, none of them will be able to hit him. It will end after some time, but it's a pretty long time. I think the Acolyte can have it up for like 20-ish seconds or something. And then he's able to recast it as well, so it's just easier at that point to just melee him and wait for the next Acolyte. I could show you how this does in the next one. Each of the Acolytes is kind of like themed from a Warframe. So that one is themed from the Zephyr Warframe using Turbulence. We're doing pretty good on life supports. I haven't really felt like I've been chasing life supports. I mean, I have hit a few of them, but I haven't really been chasing them. And that's just because this weapon does kill pretty quickly, so you can farm a lot of the small yellow life supports. Kill that guy before he steals my weapon. So we're at 9 minutes, so we're going to be getting the next set of Thraxes in like 45 seconds. And the next Acolyte. The Acolyte, the first one spawned like a few seconds after 5 minutes, so the second Acolyte should spawn like 10 minutes and 15 seconds-ish in. After I dump this magazine, I am going to use an ammo pad. I'll use it right here. Alright, so that sounds like it's the Acolyte, and then we're going to have Thraxes right here.
These manifestations
Going to be Violence. Violence only shuts abilities off, which is fine. Except for not letting me get into my operator. That's not good. Alright, I am going to kill Violence very quickly here. Because him not letting me get into my operator is going to affect how quickly I can kill the Thraxes. So I am out of ammo here. I'm going to actually have to probably chase some life supports. I'm going to be casting Dispensary as well, because I really am struggling with ammo. So that's a ammo pad and a Dispensary I had to cast. It's Violence gone. I need to work on these Thraxes quickly. And I'm getting a weapon stolen, which does not help. Alright, I am going to be running to the next set of life supports here. I have to hit both of them. And I will probably have to double back very quickly and kill those 2 Thraxes because they're just going to be sucking these life supports otherwise. So as you can see, the weapon itself doesn't really have issues. It's just the ammo supply is extremely poor. Alright, that's both Thraxes dead. We are going to run over to this life support here and try to kind of level out now because that was a little bit of a hard time there. If this weapon can get to 20 minutes, we'll stop the video there. I think it probably will be able to get to 20 minutes. I'm going to head over to the next life support. I am a little bit tight on life supports here. I think that was the last one that's up currently. Looks like the next set of life supports is going to be in this room right here, which is very helpful for us. Although I'm at 10% right now, and I think it just started spawning in. So we may be in trouble. Life support is available. I'm going to hit it immediately, and I need to kill those Thraxes as quick as I can. Out of ammo, I'm going to be casting Dispensary and Ammo Pad. I'm out of stacks right now, so my weapon's going to be doing a lot less damage. It's 1 Thrax dead. Need to be able to kill the other Thrax. I'm going to try to get some of these small life supports here. All right, and that would be the end of the run right there. 16 minutes in. We're at 650 kills. We ran out of air at the end. We couldn't make it to 20 minutes. The weapon itself is very strong. It just suffers from ammo issues if you're going to use it as your primary damage source. If you can mix this weapon with, using a secondary every once in a while, or using a loot frame so you get more ammo, or dispensary where you can get some more ammo from that, or you don't mind using ammo pads liberally, then this weapon will be fine with ammo. But other than that, it will have ammo issues. So we'll go back to Orbiter, and we're going to go over the build one more time. Again, for stats, so 650 kills, 16 minutes in. Pretty good.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and
Okay, so Kuva Kohm,
down the
this is the
hunt
build.
is proud.
We're going to go Galvanize Hell for multi-shot. Galvanize Savvy for status chance and direct damage with a conditional. Critical Deceleration and Primed Ravage for the crit chance and crit damage mod. Shotgun Barrage for fire rate. Toxic Barrage and Chilling Grasp or Prime Chilling Grasp for viral. Prime Charge Shell for electric. And as your progenitor, you want to get electric. That way you can add on to more electric, so your electric could be weighted higher. Galvanize Acceleration just to reduce your fall-off damage at range. Primary Deadhead for flat damage and more headshot damage. And then the final thing I'll say about this is the Riven slot. You definitely want to replace Shotgun Barrage, but you want to get a Riven with fire rate. So you would want to get a Riven with fire rate and some other nice things on the Riven and take off Shotgun Barrage. But that's it. That's the build. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. If you have any suggestions for the next weapons for me to do, I would appreciate it, and I'll do them tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching, guys.